Going over the trades today for the 25K portfolio, 2 trades. Cobra Crude, another good trade for Cobra Crude Oil. Hit that trade yesterday for plus 935, up plus 685 today. Went above 42, pulled back into the close. Soybean swing short right at the near the open. It was short at 887.25, and holding this position overnight plus 262.50. More than likely, we are done for the day. It's possible that SR Counter Trend or Cobra CT3 or Cobra 3 could trade. Doubt it, but probably done for the day in the 25K 50K portfolio. And I want to go over the margin requirement for this portfolio. So here's the latest portfolio calculator. I've gone in and updated some of the margins for Tradestation, and I've noticed that the margins have gone down a little bit. And so through yesterday, the stock indexes are still high, but the day trade margins are low. And you have gold and crude oil. The margins went down a little bit in those. And so that reduced the overall account size required. Now, account size required is the max drawdown plus the maximum margin requirement for all of these strategies. So the maximum margin requirement, if it's an overnight strategy, it includes the overnight margin. But this is a conservative number, and the amount required is actually a little bit less than this number. So you don't actually have to have this entire amount. And these are Tradestation margins, and so some brokers have lower margins. I'm going to show you the difference between that and Ninja Trader brokerage margins. So if you come over here to this, you can copy and paste this column over here. Copy and then paste. And you'll come back here and you'll see that the requirement is less, 49,597.50. So let's go back though and look at a higher margin rate and consider the Tradestation margins, for example. And I'm going to show you why it's not, the full amount is not required. So there are 4 strategies that can hold positions overnight. Have not seen that happen in a long time, and so I don't know that that will ever happen. But just in case it does, let's look at those strategies. Those 4 strategies are, there's 4 strategies that do that, and we can look at that in the margins column, the margins 2 column. So it's Night Trader ES, and then there is SR Counter Trend 3 Gold, SR Counter Trend 3 Crude Oil, and then Soybeans. Soybeans is a very low margin. So your maximum overnight margin will be the sum of these. And so if you clicked on each of these, the sum of these would be $30,690. And so your maximum overnight margin would be $30,690. And you add that to your drawdown, and you need about 41K according to that. But what happens to these margins during the day? They go back to day trade margins. And so you would reduce this to 3,300. And so you take your total margin and you would subtract. So 52,360 is the total margin. And you would subtract, let's see, 13,300 divided by 4 would be 33.25. So you'd subtract about 10,000 just from the night trader. It would go back to day trade margin. So you'd subtract about $10,000 because your day trade margin would drop from 13,000 to about 3,300. So you'd go down to 42,360. Soybeans margin doesn't change, and I think gold and crude oil are cut in half. And so you could take that margin, that's 15,000. Cut that in half, and you get back to about 36,000. So 36,000 would be your day trade margin. That's 360. It'd be 36,000 would be the day trade margin. So if all these traded during the day at the same time, your maximum margin would be 36,000. So your overnight margin is 30,000, and your day trade margin would be 36,000 if all strategies traded at the same time. You add that to the worst case drawdown, you come up with about 47K. And I've never seen all strategies take a net position at once. And so you're good with 50K on this portfolio at TradeStation, and even less than that at NinjaTrader, because the brokerage margins are smaller. And there's no guarantee, though, that future volatility would not spike those margins. But for now, where we are now and where I believe we will be, 50K would cover this portfolio, would cover the margin requirement for this portfolio for the 25K 50K portfolio right here.